Cowboys training camp, live from Oxnard, California. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, Texas Cheer Liquor, and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Micah Parsons, live here on the Blitz, man. How's everything?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Well, it looks good, Micah. When we go over there and watch you, I mean, you don't have a slow speed. When you're on that field, man, it looks like you're going 100 miles an hour every play.
Every play. That's what I say, conditioning and just preparing yourself for where you want to be and how you want to attack it and where you want to put other people.
You look at Micah, always with so much energy, and I know you're coming off a practice field right now. I was watching NFL Network before we came out here to Oxnard on Saturday, and you jumped on live with those guys and talked about working with some of the veteran guys like Whitworth in the offseason, just anybody you can to learn from. What has your offseason development been like?
My offseason development been through the roof. Trying to learn. The biggest thing is just knowing that you're not the best and where you want to be. When you strive for perfection, you try to grab anything. I'm listening to conversations. I'm listening to off-season workouts. I'm listening to what you anticipate, what you're looking at. I want to grab anything that I can just add to my game and to give me that extra inch that I need to be the best.
It's funny that you say that. We're visiting with Micah Parsons here on the Blitz. And it's interesting you say that you're not the best. You talk to anybody that knows anything about football, and they say you are the best. When people talk about you in that kind of glowing terms, do you just shut that out, or do you listen to it, or what do you do?
I just shut it out because, people look from the outside and just see the great things I do, but I think about all the things I miss, so I'm not always so optimistic on about what I do. I think about what I can't do a lot more, so I know what I'm striving for and, what my weaknesses are and where I need to be. And, I bet there's 100 linemen looking at my film this year thinking, like, how do we get this guy? And, they think they got an edge, but, I was looking at that same film thinking about how I could get that edge back over them. So, it take a lot of dedication.
Micah Parsons joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Without being too specific, because, all the offensive linemen that listen to this show, both of them, when you talk about your weaknesses, for helping an average fan that's listening right now who sees no weakness in your game, what are you looking at that most people don't, especially when you see like some online criticism or something?
Yeah, I'm looking at my strength, my durability, my get-off, my attacking point, my hands. They might not all be big things, but they could just be little things that just add up to become a problem.
Micah, there was a lot made about you bulking up in the offseason, right? Everybody said, oh, no, we can't do that because he'll lose some quickness. Well, it doesn't look like you've lost any quickness. What has that bulking up done for your game?
Yeah, I just got leaner, just stronger. I think more powerful and explosive. The things I'm able to do this year, the coach is like, man, where did that come from? Like, you're on it. Like, everything that, we wanted to see, you're showing it. They couldn't have been more happy the way that I came in. So, like I said, I took that loss in the playoffs and understood the assignment of where I wanted to be and where I wanted to go this year, and I'm ready for it.
The other day, I was saying on the air, this team had a chance to be, defense had a chance to be historically good. And last week you mentioned some of the great defenses. How much time do you spend studying some of those great defenses? You mentioned the Legion of Boom. You mentioned the Ray Lewis Ravens teams. Do you watch a lot of that film?
I do, and I watch their documentaries. I watched Ray Lewis documentary so many times. His attitude. I even watched Spartan 300 because of him. I wanted to understand his mindset, where he was coming from, where he tapped into, where he's going to put his foot down and stand that line. And it didn't matter who was against him, and I just loved every bit of it.
Michael, when you look at it, though, and training camp is one thing, and I know you've been out here, and we already talked about you going 100 miles an hour. You had a great play yesterday, but poor Tyron Smith didn't know what hit him. And I know you guys are teammates, and take pleasure in that, but you got to know that offensive coordinators, when the Dallas Cowboys are on that schedule, the first guy they're going to look at is number 11.
Have to. And if they don't, that's a shame on them. I'll make them pay.
Love that.
That's Eddie, too.
Micah Parsons with the mic drop here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star as he's live here on the Blitz at Cowboys camp. What gives you the most satisfaction on the field? Not necessarily in practice, but watching you take a man like Tyron Smith and drop him, like you were taking me out. Is it that scoring a touchdown? I mean, when do you know you have just gotten the best of somebody that you're going against?
When I hear them defeated. There's a lot of slip talk when the guy's like, damn, like what the F, like that's when I get my enjoyment. I don't get my enjoyment, as I'm beating them, because a lot of guys like to fight back. But there's going to be a certain point in the game where this guy's tired and I'm not tired. I'm still able to go deeper than this guy's willing to go, and he just don't know what to do and he'll lose himself.
Mike, I've heard a lot, and I don't know whether you're joking or not, but you said you'd like to try some offense. Is that true? Am I hearing that right, or was that just a rumor?
No, that's true. That's just something I just like. I like to play.
Well, yeah, the Cowboys could probably use a running back about now. Could you do that?
No, we had some great guys, but, tight end, running back, whatever.
Short yardage situation?
Exactly.
I could see that. I mean, why not? I'd love to see it. I'm sure you're not going to play much in the preseason, but, I mean, in a regular season game, 1 yard line, 4th and goal.
Yeah, I guess it'll be a surprise.
He's not giving us anything here, although I've got to ask, Micah, what are you doing to the rookies out there?
Man, I'm just motivating them. I'm just trying to get everyone going.
That's not what I'm asking you, man. Did you see Mozzie today?
Yeah.
Was that rookie hazing?
This out. Mozzie's wearing some swanky underwear.
Our guy, Rudy J., who's from our morning show, sent this picture from the practice field. Dude's in white pants and his red underwear says, send nudes. You make him do that?
That's just Mozzie, bro. He's off.
He's off.
That's just Mozzie.
So he decided to do that. I was really hoping that veterans required him to do that.
Even yesterday in my game, he just wore tub shorts, and I was like, Mozzie, what are you doing?
What does that mean? I honestly, man, what does that mean?
They're just gray, like they're just things you wear into like the cold tub. He just wore them out to practice. I was like, Mozzie.
Nobody needs to see that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's pretty cool, though, because, look, you've shown, especially, I guess it's not called Twitter anymore, whatever it's called, but, I mean, you got a personality out there. A lot of you guys, I mean, y'all like to have a lot of fun. Is it a fun time in that locker room when you guys get done?
It's fun as
That's
it. Now, we've talked a lot of football. Dude, you have some fun this offseason. You always say, anybody that follows you on social, you had a great offseason. What is Micah Parsons like on a day-to-day when it's not involving football?
Man, I mean, sheesh. Man, it's video games, it's traveling, it's working out, it's, the pool, it's basketball, it's pickleball, it's bowling, man. I try to do something just every day.
So I get the feeling you don't stay at home a lot.
I don't.
Well, because you post, hey, where's a pickleball court? I want to go play. How many fans actually show up? Or
I actually play with a lot of people.
But you don't care. Like you just roll in and go.
Yeah, I just want to compete.
Just want to compete.
And you like to be around the people too, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, that's cool, and obviously they're drawn to you. I mean, you've got to love the response that you've gotten, not just from the fans there in Dallas, but Cowboy fans everywhere.
I do, and it's been great, and I'm just truly grateful.
All right, I got it. How many sacks this year?
Man, I don't know yet, but it will be a dominant performance.
Now,
more than 13.5?
More than 13.5.
All right, well, so certainly more than 2.5, and I got to be honest with you, man, and I'm not throwing my guy under the bus here, but I am. Our morning guy, Rudy J. Is Rudy J around here anywhere?
I have no idea.
He hadn't showed up yet. He being a troll that he is, wrote on Instagram last night 2.5, and you actually responded to it.
Yeah.
You look for it, and I was wishing Rudy J would have the balls to come up here and be here while I ask this question, but I know you've got to wrap up and get to a meeting. So what message do you have for our guy Rudy J?
I have Rudy beat the first week.
The first week.
Yeah.
There you go.
Danny Dimes is going down, huh? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
He's just trolling, man. He's just one of those types. He's just one of those types.
I know he's trolling. That's why I commented.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Micah Parsons, man, appreciate you stopping by here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.